So you often hear from a lot of these, get rich gurus that if you want to make money, that you should probably do something that you're passionate about. All right. And for me, when I hear that, it's like, you got to be careful with that, right? Because sometimes when you attach money to, things that you're passionate about, you come to find out that that thing that you're doing, no longer like it anymore. You start to hate it, right? Now, this is not always the case, but many times is that, hey, once you're doing something that you're passionate about, it's like once you start attaching that money to it and you start to monetize it, you just come to find out that what you used to do, you just don't like doing it. You start to hate it. You start to resent it. So in this video, I want to talk about why following your passion won't make you rich, right? And I'm gonna go over the reasons why. So the first reason is, increased competition, right? That's one. Number two is low margins due to commoditization, and three, lack of leverage. Now, when we go to increased competition, right? Usually, what you're passionate about is many other people are passionate as well, right? You look at people that into sports, people like to play basketball, people into music, art, whatever it is. A lot of people are also into that as well. And that increases competition, which makes it hard for you to succeed at. And not to say that competition is a bad thing. The fact that there's competition means that there's a demand for what you're doing. However, it does make it very difficult to compete in that market if so many people are doing what they're passionate about. Because, hey, it's easy to do what you're passionate about. Also, you're talking about, low margins due to commoditization, right? Remember, how do you differentiate yourself from, what you're doing, right? More than likely, whatever it is you're passionate about, like so many other people are doing it. So how do you differentiate yourself from them? How do you separate yourself from the pack, which is what a lot of people find difficult. And of course, lack of leverage is something that, you got to struggle with as well. I'll share a story, like for myself, right? When I was trying to figure out, I've always been entrepreneurial, had this entrepreneurial mindset. I was like, okay, what can I do that, as a business, right? I was like, okay, I'm really into fitness, right? So obviously the idea is become a personal trainer, right? That's what everybody does, right? When you're into fitness, you try to become a personal trainer. And of course I took the test and, it was, easy, knocked that out. And, and then once you become a personal trainer, you find out all the difficulties that come with becoming a personal trainer. You gotta find space, you gotta find clients. It makes it very difficult, especially if you're doing it on yourself as opposed to joining a big box gym. And of course, within a year, I quickly realized that, it wasn't going to work. The numbers weren't going to work due to all these reasons, because of the competition, right? It's very difficult to succeed as a personal trainer because so many other people are doing it as well. All right. Then you talk about the, low margins, that you're not making that much money because let's be honest. As a personal trainer, it can cost anywhere from $50 to, depending on the market, $50 to $100 for 30 minutes. Right. And that's a lot of money for a lot of people. And for me, the only way I can make more money was either, I obviously charge more, per client, or I have to, train more clients, right? And there's only 24 hours in a day, so there's only so many people I can train. So it's very hard to scale that, right? It's very hard to scale personal training, in the physical sense. Not to say you can't be successful at it, but there's so many people that try to become personal trainers and fail at it, right? I was one of them. And then of course, lack of leverage. Like I said, I can only train, there's only so many hours in a day, and I can only train so many people, or I could raise my price so much, and people can only afford so much. So then you'll probably say like, wow, maybe you should just do it online, right? And that's a good idea, right? Like that's leverage right there. Go online and, you could market to multiple people. But if we've all seen the personal, the fitness space in social media, there's so many people doing it, and that everyone is out there. Especially, this is even more relevant in the female space. Look at women, right? Every woman that is attractive, that a banging body, they're all fitness trainers. They're all fitness, people, fitness models, right? Now, there's so many of them. How do you differentiate yourself? Now you see women in the fitness space, they're showing more ass, more tits, showing their booty hole, right? Getting BBLs, trying to separate themselves from other fitness, quote unquote, models, right? And this is what it is. It's like I said, it's low margins due to commoditization. Like, what makes you different from everybody else that's a fitness trainer, a so-called fitness trainer on online? Right. So it makes it much more difficult because there's so much competition. It's such an easy thing to get into, to just, have a nice body, go work out a little bit, and then go online and then say, I'm a fitness trainer. right? What are you going to teach people? How to do a push-up, how to do a squat, how to do... It's the same thing. It's not that many different ways to do a bench press, right? How to do a squat, how to do jump ropes, whatever it is to get in shape. It's really not that difficult. So you have to find a way to separate yourself from so many people that are also doing it. So so for me, you quickly learn that, you know, following your passion is not usually the best way to go. So what I did was I went online, right? And I got into affiliate marketing. Okay. Now, once you learn about affiliate marketing, especially, you know, during those times, you write articles on your website and then you drive traffic. Now, for me, I hated writing articles. Even when I was in college, I never liked writing articles. However, I said, all right, if I'm going to be successful at it, this is something I have to do. But what drove me to become passionate, even though I wasn't passionate in writing, what created the passion was once you start writing more articles, then you get that first view, you get that first comment, you get that first sale. Then the passion comes right after that, right? I wasn't passionate in the beginning. It's when you start getting results, that's when the passion starts coming. Once you start making money, boom, guess what? You're gonna write more articles. You're like, oh, this is working. I'm getting more comments, right? This is the same thing with YouTube. I don't even like talking in front of cameras. I'm not a big speaker, but I understand this is a skill that I want to develop and get better at. But once, you know, I create that video, oh, I got a view, I got one view, oh, I got a comment, I got a like, I got a subscriber, then the passion comes, right? Even though it's something I wasn't passionate in the beginning, the passion comes after you start getting results. Okay. And this is what people need to understand. It's like you don't chase your passion. What you chase, you follow needs, you follow wants, desires, solutions, right? These are the things that people are looking to, right? People are looking for solutions to their problems. These are the things they should be chasing, problems, trying to figure out problems, right? Not something that you're passionate about. Okay. And, you know, this is something that I learned is just like, you know, a lot of people think, you know, if you're passionate about something, go after it. But in reality, passion comes from getting results, right? You know, success, and this is the thing, success, even though I didn't like, you know, writing articles and, you know, speaking in front of a camera, success comes from doing the things that make you uncomfortable. Right? It's easy to do what you're passionate, right? You're into fitness, oh, go be a personal trainer. You know, you're into music, you know, go make music. You're into art, draw stuff, right? But success comes from doing the things that make you uncomfortable, doing the things that you don't really want to do, right? It comes from solving problems, right? Finding needs, right? What problems are people having? What kind of issue, what kind of value can I bring out to the world where people need help and then I can provide solutions for that? That's where the passion comes from. Like you get results. Like if I was putting videos out on YouTube, which does happen, and nobody's viewing my videos, yeah, it's gonna be a little frustrating. It's gonna be hard to be passionate about it. Like every day I sometimes feel like quitting. It's like, damn, nobody's watching my videos. However, I understand that this is where success comes from. Like you have to endure the struggle. Okay, you have to figure out, you got to solve problems. Why am I not getting views? What am I doing wrong? Like, what do I need to switch up? What do I need to change? Like, what can I do different that I can start, you know, getting people to watch my videos. So these are the things that you learn. And when it comes to passion, it's just like sometimes chasing your passion doesn't work, right? Not to say that it's not possible, but usually a lot of people that chase their, you know, follow what their passion is, that you come to find out that, you fail at it a lot of times. And you find out that when you attach the money to it, whatever it is you're passionate about, you no longer you hate it. All right. So you got to be careful with that, right? Chase needs, you know, problems and figure out to bring value into the world. So those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure you leave a comment down below with the like button, share. And if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. So guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.